women's power and rights? Here's another article by Teen Vogue. What you need to know about how to do that. What is that? That is how to cast spells with your orgasms. This is in Teen Vogue. Who is this marketed at? Teens. You can attempt to cast any spell you want using sex magic, but the first thing is to remember that the magic works best when it's done on yourself. Using magic on others is a dangerous game. It can have an unpredictable results and shouldn't be done because it's attempting to manipulate another's will. Practicing magic on another's will can work against you in the end. That's why that kind of magic we're trying to make magical here is the kind you can have with yourself. Why? Why are you teaching kids to do magical sex acts at all? The best way to elevate your inner witchy spirit is to try manifesting your own personal goals, like catching a new love, healing your heart, or getting a raise or promotion at work. Here you have it. What is the foundation of manifesting new love, healing your heart, getting a raise or promotion? So the basis of pretty much female empowerment in the last decade has been rooted around witchcraft. It's not my opinion. This is what Teen Vogue said in Teen Vogue. Magic to grow your career. Sheesh. Where does this come from? This comes from Aleister Crowley. Where did I get this from? Look at it. I got it from a EDU site. Talking about how he used sex magic and tantra to do magic and have his will. That's what do without will comes from. Meaning that the foundations of second wave feminism was hijacked by witches, and they use spells as mantras that was veiled behind feminism and women's rights. Cosmo. You think it's a game, huh? You think conspiracy nuts are just saying stuff. This stuff is actually happening. This is Cosmo. Cosmo. What is sex magic exactly? It sounds titillating, thrilling, and exotic, because any phrase that contains the word sex and magic will pique interest. But versions of this technique had long been present in cultures around the world. Stop playing. That's not what it was used for. Sex magic is an ancient manifestation practice that amplifies your intention with the energetic power of orgasm. It's a form of sacred sexuality connected to us with our bodies as well as the astral plane. Okay. Now, let's cross-reference that. Let's cross-reference that to this article in the Virginia Quarterly that was published in 1964. And it was talking about what was going on with witches in those days. It's talking about there's a distinction hitherto made between white witches, which did cures and told fortunes in the name of Virgin and saints, and black witches who followed their own dark devices, and witch colors which made no odds with the Puritans. This is an article from 1954. It's actually very interesting. It's very interesting to see the progression of these things. Let me see. The first page made the headline: mob violence reported in France, Catholic province. Okay. Let's see. I was reading it earlier. I might just read it with you guys so I can finish it out. The word witch derives from the Anglo-Saxon Wicca, a magician who weakens the power of evil, and it was held that the powers of evil could be identified and weakened with only by a priest. A witch was taking too much on himself by his spells. Before Norman conquest, however, a proved witch had merely done penance, though the cast. Let me see. Forward. King James intervened personally in the trial. Okay, witch hunting was a sport by the Puritans. Shouting out Sefer, live, fortunes, black witches, read this. Okay. But the witch cult presented by Dr. Murray as more ancient form of worship than Christianity attracted the daredevils. The daredevils, that's who these people are. These people who practice sex magic and who push sex magic at cosmopolitan. They're the daredevils that they were talking about in 1964. What did they say about these daredevils in 1964? Its revival allowed full play to the stronger human emotions, witches met secretly in the wooded country, not in the cold Gothic cathedrals or red brick chapels. Women took an important part in dancing, singing, and feasting as men. Each coven consisted of 6 parts, either husbands and wives or engaged couples, and the officiating priestess. All went naked. Test of fortitude under flagellation and the horrific danger. Rising spirits, cauldron stirrings, incense burning, love fest, rounding dances performed back-to-back served one main purpose. That was reaching an aesthetic state in which the magnetic force of the whole coven was focused on some unanimously chosen object. Strange phenomena were then experienced among them said it was a vision of past and future to concentrate this force. The rites were performed in the magic circle cut of turf with the black-handed Athame. This is crazy, man. This is what was going on then, and it's been repackaged. It's been repackaged as feminism. This ancient practice of sex magic that was reintroduced as perverted translations of ancient rituals, switched into perverted sexual magic that is now being reintroduced as feministic rituals. Cosmo is introducing sexual rituals. I'm not playing. You see what it says? I'm not making this up. It says cosmopolitan is encouraging and showing women how to do witchcraft. This is not my opinion. You see the articles? Search them yourself. Cosmopolitan says a woman showed how she used sex magic to grow her career. They are out here doing witchcraft, literally. They're out here literally doing witchcraft. They're mad at Kevin Samuels for telling average women that they are average, but they don't have any problem with Teen Vogue teaching our daughters how to do spells and teaching our daughters how to use masturbation as a form of spell casting, because feminism was hijacked by witches. Now, let's go back to the article from 1964 that talks about these daredevils. The main archetype of this revival was an elderly Scottish anthropologist, now dead, Dr. Gerald Gardner, curator of a witchcraft museum in the Isle of Man, and the author of Witchcraft Today, a popular apology for his fellow witches. He once studied East Indian magic and published a scholarly monograph in Malayan weapons, but this doctorate came from no university. Dr. Gardner was first initiated into the Hertfordshire coven. Those traditions had, it seemed, been reinterpreted by a group of theosophists before